For the last few months, I have been diligently studying for my Security Plus certification. Well, kind of, anyway. One resource I am using right now is a well-known expert, Professor Messer. He runs the website professormesser.com. Link in the description below. I recommend that if you are studying for the A+, any CompTIA certification, the 3, right? So the A+, the Network Plus, and the Security Plus. I recommend you at least use Professor Messer as either your primary or secondary resource, either one. I think he's a great teacher, honest, genuine, authentic, and provides great education for the training. Currently, I'm using Professor Messer's free training videos. They are free on YouTube. All the A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus are all free, uploaded on YouTube. But as my primary resource, I'm using Pluralsight, which is taught by Christopher Reese. He's also a very good security expert. I'm also very much so impressed with both of these resources. Anyways, not to sidetrack, there will be a whole video on the Security Plus certification. Well, that's if I actually get the certification. I will get the certification eventually, and I will tell you how I got it, what I did to study, but let's not sidetrack. Let's address this question. So Professor Messer provides these live Security Plus trainings every month, as well as Network Plus and A+. The Security Plus is usually at like the later half of each month, and it's live. So you have like a 2.5 hour window where you can go get some practice questions, and then also get Professor Messer to answer some questions via chat or call. And so I've been watching the replays of these videos, the Security Plus training videos for the SY051. Gosh darn it, I completely messed that up. For the newest Security Plus certification, I have been watching these live replay videos. That's what I've been doing. Last live Security Plus training event that Professor Messer uploaded, the January one, he brought up a very interesting topic that I really had some thought to consider. I was like, man, I may be scamming my audience here. Maybe I'm a fraud. Well, I have decided let's really dig into this concept here. He said there is no such thing as an entry-level cybersecurity job. Well, he didn't exactly say there isn't a such thing as an entry-level security job, but he did say that it's very rare to enter into cybersecurity, as an entry-level person, as an entry-level individual. Let me go ahead and just play the clip for you, a small snippet here.
Same thing with security. You don't want to hire somebody in security entry level. Most people start at the help desk. The help desk has somehow been maligned as being a horrible place to work. One of my very first job.
Professor Messer, in my opinion, is a very credible source, right? So he's training his audience, and people, hundreds, thousands of people by now have passed the CompTIA exams because of his training and the practice he provides. So he must be a very credible source, and he's someone who has 20 plus years experience, and he's 14 jobs on the job in terms of security related jobs. So he's definitely a credible expert, I would say, at this point. So this comment that Professor Messer had mentioned got me really thinking. I was thinking, thinking about this, and if there's a rare cybersecurity job, and they're rare in terms of entry level, even more rare. Well, on Cyber Intern Academy, my personal website, I have a landing page, and I have literally sections and posts and articles where I've outlined the entry-level careers in cybersecurity you can get. That was based off of my research of just researching search employment engines and things of that nature. And so I decided to really do some digging into this concept, really think about, as a student majoring in cybersecurity, is there really such thing as an entry-level cybersecurity job? So let's go ahead and dive into this question. Let's go ahead and first actually start out with the degree that I'm pursuing. Okay, so I am pursuing an undergraduate cybersecurity, one word, because it's always either one word, two words. So undergraduate cybersecurity degree at Southeast Missouri State University, Missouri. This is in the United States, in the Midwest, and it is one of the most accredited, I guess you could say, college cybersecurity degrees. It's been around the longest, 7-8 years now in the nation, one of the longest. And so you would think that, by the time I graduate, having this program that's been around for since cybersecurity degrees became a thing, you would think that, well, I would have knowledge of cybersecurity, right? I always put those in quotes. No, I won't be a cybersecurity expert, right? I'm not going to be somebody who can be this ultimate cybersecurity expert like Professor Messer, right? You could say he's a cybersecurity expert. But I was thinking, well, it could give me a competitive edge over my peers who just, let's just say, have the Security Plus, right? Having a cybersecurity degree could show that I've completed something to its entirety. Well, that was all until I found out later in the study group and later in this live session that Professor Messer said something had to deal with the word cybersecurity itself.
All that most people describe in those IT security groups is an IT security analyst, an IT security engineer. People are using the term cybersecurity a lot over the last 3 years, which has no meaning whatsoever. So I don't tend to use that term. It doesn't apply. It doesn't describe anything. We don't have a cyber to secure, so I'm not sure why we'd have a cybersecurity person. We need more detail.
Cybersecurity is not even a freaking word. What am I doing with my life? Lamp. There's a lamp on my bed with some picture frames. There's a lamp on my bed. That's great use of my my bed right there. A lamp on my bed. Oh, goodness. All jokes aside, I do not take his comment personal. In fact, honestly, it's so true, right? I think cybersecurity is like a marketing word now. It's like used all around the industry. Cybersecurity. I don't know. There's just so many people out there who say cybersecurity. So anyway, with the degree I'm pursuing and the accredited degree that I'm pursuing, can I get an entry-level cybersecurity job right out of college? Based off of my research, right? Based off of what I've learned from the industry, from professionals, I do believe entry-level cybersecurity jobs are in fact rare. They are rare jobs. I think they're very rare in terms of getting into an entry-level security-specific job, right? You may do some security tasks within a networking job or an IT job, but you may not do specific all security requirements and tasks. They're not impossible to get, right? So I think one of the things that we have to do as students is set realistic expectations. What do I mean by that, right? What do I mean by that? So around the learning community itself, okay, we're going to focus on the IT security, cybersecurity learning community. There's a lot of people who think cybersecurity is all about penetration testing, or you want to call it hacking or ethical hacking or something like that. Blue team, red team. Nothing wrong. I've said this countless times now in my videos. There's nothing wrong with thinking and wanting to aspiring to be someone like that. But you have to set realistic expectations. Ethical hackers, about a very small percentage of people will ever become ethical hackers. So people on YouTube who are telling you this is the blue team certification, this is the red team certification. Don't get me wrong, it's good. Don't get me, it's you can aspire to be that, but you got to have the fundamentals learned and embedded into you before you can even consider a job in penetration testing. So setting realistic expectations is number one, and I do not see that in this industry. A lot of people think, well, I'll get a degree and I'll be a penetration tester. That's just not how it works. I mean, the skill that it requires to think like an ethical hacker, you also have to be doing a lot of reporting, how to remediate these vulnerabilities after it. On top of that, there's auditing, and on top of that, there's legal qualifications and ramifications that you have to worry about when you're dealing with ethical hacking. And so there's a ton of things you have to deal with, and you're not gonna do that right out of college or out of a certification. You can't do that unless you have some very good skill and you have some experience. So again, I'm not trying to crush your hopes as an aspiring maybe ethical hacker or penetration tester, but setting realistic expectations is number one. Setting these realistic expectations in cybersecurity can be rather hard, right? Even for me as a student, I often think I want to become an ethical hacker right out of college, or I want to become this person who can perform these tasks. But having realistic expectations regarding entry-level careers in cybersecurity is really something to hone in on and to keep your attention focused on. In addition to the degree I am pursuing and setting realistic expectations outside of getting this degree, I think the second thing we really need to think about is thinking outside the box. What do I mean by that? Well, if entry-level careers in cybersecurity are rare, we have to think outside the box to get them. You're not going to be able just to get a degree in cybersecurity or whatever your college program calls it, information systems security or information security. There's all kinds of words. You're not going to be able to just get a job in cybersecurity specifically or rely on that if you're just going to get a degree. You have to be building and thinking outside the box. I did a video a few months ago talking about setting standards in cybersecurity and setting standards relating to a personal relationship story. And I was really honing in on the focus. The focus was honed in on keeping the idea that you have to think outside the box. You can't just think, go to college or get a certification. Formal qualifications are step one of many. So you have to be willing to build certain portfolio projects, whether that be contributing to open source, building your home labs, writing on a blog or on a security website, building your own blog or portfolio, volunteering, things like that. Those are all thinking outside the box rather than just being this person who goes to college, gets the assignment done. All right, you really do have to think outside the box. If you want to get an entry-level cybersecurity certification that you want, or job that you want, you know, and there's I'm sure plenty of entry-level, maybe cybersecurity jobs that say they're entry-level, but they're more catered towards networking base or just the general IT maintenance space. So anyway, keeping that in mind, to recap this video, right? I think the big two things to take away from this are, well, Professor Messer attacked my degree program. That's one. No. So the big thing is setting realistic expectations, right? And then thinking outside the box. If you really want those two things and you really want to get a entry-level cybersecurity job, you're going to have to do both of those things to get the entry-level cybersecurity job. So I hope you found this video helpful. In the future, I will be doing some videos pertaining to just how you actually build that fundamental base like I was talking about. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe and sign up for that damn email list. I want people to sign up for that email list so I can spam them. Just joking, please. No, sign up for the email list. You get personalized information. And there is something coming soon to this community, which I'm very excited for. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned and have a good day.